Abby already said it, but welcome to WCWO Wrestling here. This is Jackie, and I'm coming on with a different commentator this week. Allow me to introduce the new and improved, and my personal friend. You know, we talked out our differences. We got Reggie here to join me on commentary this week.
Can you hear me?
Sure can.
I can't hear myself.
You
can't hear me? I can't hear me.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Did you mess with my microphone?
No.
I've never hated you as much as I hate you right now.
I can't believe you'd say that, Reg. After all the hype I just gave you, after all that, after all the friendship I just tried to dose out there.
Okay, my bad. You're okay.
Alrighty.
On Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays.
And every other Thursday.
Well, we only have these shows on Friday, so we're gonna have to make do right now.
I don't know what to tell you, man. Coming out right now. This is an interesting way to start the night. Normally you see the Gunslinger champion Michael Noble opening up the show, but tonight we've got the greatest territorial champion of all time, Phoenix, coming out with possibly the greatest manager in the history of WCWO. That guy.
Wait, hold on. Not to fact check you, but you said the champion Mike Noble.
Yes.
Is he still?
He has. Okay. All right. So possession is 9/10 of the law, right?
Right.
Okay. There was a new graphic that went up on his thing for tonight, right?
Uh-huh.
What was he holding in the graphic?
I'm going to assume the champion.
Okay. He had the Gunslinger title. Now let's go to Abby while you process this.
All right, bell has rung, managers are out of the ring, and we are here for our first match.
Waterboy has been begging for opportunities. He has been telling management, he's been telling the men with the pen and the book that he wants an opportunity. He wants a chance to show that he is ready to take the next step. Last week was the first week in him trying to do that, working Logan Myers. He did not come out victorious, but I was told he had one hell of a showing.
Oh yeah, he definitely fought up against Logan Myers, and honestly, it's kind of hard, stacking up against Logan Myers, somebody who's just a jack of all trades, got them all, champion for a reason. But when you can,
them all, are these Pokemon or titles or matches? What are we doing here?
I mean, if this was Pokemon, you'd imagine him as maxed out stats right now. Waterboy though.
What's that mean?
Oh, I guess it's a little too smart for the room. But Waterboy out here though, showing off his stats. Got some excellent jumping, or some jumping from Phoenix. But Phoenix is gonna kind of overpower him here, keep him in the corner.
Is it like the Jigglypuff thing?
No. Jigglypuff is Jigglypuff sings, puts everyone to sleep. That's kind of like.
Oh, like you on commentary.
Okay.
Timmy Jackson in the ring.
All right. Well, you want to talk about commentary. I'm here trying to just talk about the match, just trying to talk about Waterboy and Phoenix right now. Coming for me personally here. I thought we were. This is the Reggie on a new.
I was told I was gonna have the night off. Now here I am on commentary with you.
And I was told that Reggie.
This is some crap.
I was told that Reggie was supposed to be, a little nicer. I thought he was, trying to.
This is nice for me.
Ooh, I don't want to see you on a.
I'm still feeling the effects of that match with JKO. I'm still in a little bit of a bad mood. If you didn't notice, he beat the crap out of me.
Well, it seems like you didn't notice either. I mean, you just woke up and found yourself on top.
Do you know why he hit me with a Michinoku driver on a chair?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I had no idea.
I didn't know you could hit a man with a chair either. I thought he would just hit you with the chair. I thought he'd use the chair to hit you. I didn't think he'd use you to hit the chair.
I was still going into the night, and everything was going to be okay. It was not okay.
Yeah, well, we're gonna see if everything's gonna be okay. I mean, you got that match coming
I
up,
heard
right?
your commentary.
Yeah, you heard a lot more than that when we shared a little moment.
One of these men out there is too old and out of shape to do this, and the other one is Joey.
Yeah, sure
I
is.
heard that.
When was your wrestling match before that point, Joey? Would you be man enough to get in the ring right here with Phoenix?
No.
Exactly.
No.
Waterboy's gonna make sure that he kicks out. See, Waterboy right here, he doesn't just wake up on top. He fights for what he believes in. He's gonna kick out of that move.
He's got a lot of water heart.
Yeah, he's got a lot of water pride. King of the beaches can't just go down like a fish out of water here. But I mean I want to see Waterboy pull up some offense here. He's been getting pretty dominated in the strength department. Not even able to take Phoenix completely off his feet yet.
A lot of people have been saying that Waterboy's matches have improved in match quality. That he's really stepped up his game. And I gotta tell you, he's really taking it to the territorial champion here.
You think he's taking?
He's really doing well. This has been a good match. He's had a good showing.
I think that Waterboy right now, he's able to get a 2 count here. So I think that the real issue for Waterboy has always been these 3 counts. So it's always been trying to pull one over. We had the champion opportunity previously where he wasn't able to pull it out. So right now, he's facing his second chance, his second opportunity, to pull the championship into his corner, and it
Phoenix
might just be slipping away again. Championship opportunities don't come every day, but Waterboy's had 2.
It was a DDT.
And that's got
to be it.
And now that's 2 that's just gone out. Waterboy may have had a good showing, but still empty-handed.
Waterboy put on one hell of a match, had one hell of a show there. But Phoenix using that veteran intelligence, ring awareness to step out of the way just in time to pull one sheet over Waterboy's face. Took one miscalculation on Waterboy's end, and he lost the match. But you can't discount how hard he fought for that loss. And I got to tell you, there could be a bright future ahead of Waterboy.
See, I mean,
right now there's a lot of floor and crawling, but after that, probably bright. Could be hospital lights, but still bright.
I don't know. I mean, I think that you saw the match, as that one moment. I mean, I saw Phoenix, our champion. He was throwing out lots of strength. It was impossible to get him off of his feet. Waterboy definitely, had some unique offense, but I think Phoenix really had a strong foundation there.
Yeah. Phoenix is territorial champion for a reason. I'll be right back. You'll see.
Now, if you've been following our Facebook page, you know that Zach Nova was lured to a haunted house where he hasn't returned. I haven't seen him in days.
Hasn't come back.
Kidnappers that have got no response. But I'll put out a little bit more about that later.
I guess there's no Zach Nova.
Our outlaw champion who would like to address the crowd here at WCWO. So without further ado, please help me welcome the outlaw champion, loud and proud, Logan Myers.
Well, that's all right. We got the other champion here, bringing it to the WCWO, champion after champion, back-to-back action. Logan Myers coming out with the sunglasses, giving a high five to all the audience. Wonder what he has to say here. Pulled up an excellent record. Logan Myers, is taking out all the giants, with his strength. Took out all of the high flyers with his excellent jumping ability. Took out all the technicians with his superb technique. It just seems like Logan Myers beating everybody at their own game, showing everybody what they lack. So it's going to be, interesting to see what this kind of, the high caliber of a champion has to say here.
All right. You guys have been pretty quiet here tonight. I All right. So, we have a little bit of a situation around here. Next week's the big show, right? It's the last show of the month. What's it called? We're still working on the title. Okay. All right. And I don't have anybody to challenge me for the Outlaw Championship.
Gone through all the challengers, man. What can we say?
Sounds good. I guess nobody wants to step up to the plate. So, I am giving a challenge for the Outlaw Championship to anybody back there who wants to come out here right now.
But, wait. Where did... That's where he went? Reggie here for an Outlaw Championship shot. Won't get in the ring with Phoenix, but will get in the ring with Logan Myers. Reggie. Come on, guys. Give Reggie the benefit of the doubt. He's only a nice guy on Tuesdays. At least he's got one day of the week. Recent? Why?
He's brand new. Gunslinger champion, Mike Noble.
Wait, hold on. Brand new. Didn't he lose last week? Reggie trying to turn over a new leaf here, but you know, I think that how good a person is almost determined by the friends that they choose for themselves. And I don't see why Reggie, you know, keeps finding himself supporting Mike Noble here. You know, there's I don't know. Mike Noble's never shown himself to be a stand-up guy, particularly for any good morals. Never really seemed a little self-interested. I don't know what Reggie gets out of this relationship really by giving Mike Noble, you know, all these different chances. And you know, where's Zach Novak? We said that he's at a haunted house and hasn't returned. So we just give him a week away and that's it. Might have been on vacation. No one gave him a call. Someone send Jax to go get him. At least make sure Mike Noble gets to earn this shot, right? No open championship battle or anything. Mike Noble should have to fight for his own championship, the championship he's holding, before he even decides to fight for Logan Myers's. $2.25K? You can't just say 2,250?
Maybe that Diaz face I gave you a couple weeks ago knocked it out of you, but I was 0.5 seconds away from being the new.
No, you wasn't.
Outlaw.
No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. You're dreaming.
Title for title.
You're dreaming, Pop.
Title for title.
Now with another chance,
Wait it out,
and with the streak I've been on lately,
Streak.
Shut your mouth.
I think it's my time right now.
I think he's going through the first stage of grief. I haven't seen Mike Noble win in a second. Too busy seeing Zach Nova every week. Didn't even win his Logan Myers match either.
You were 0.5 seconds away from winning, but you didn't get the job done. Now you're winning. I get it. A lot of wrestlers live in participation trophy land. But I don't live
It's the haunted house that ate Zach Nova.
That guy is facing me next week.
So Logan Myers said, I can't find anybody to fight me, so I'm going to find someone to fight you, and then they'll fight me. I got to test somebody first. This sounds like Logan Myers had this all planned out.
I'll tell you what, Logan. Pick anybody out of the back. Pick anybody of your choice. I'm going to put my knees to the back of their head. I'm going to pick that title for you. Next thing you know, this forever vibe that you think that you're on,
I think this sounds like a win-win for Logan Myers. Either he gets a strong opponent that's tested against Mike Noble and proves that he can surpass him, or Mike Noble gets this new and improved Mike Noble that Reggie puts his faith in gets the challenge for the championship, and he gets a challenger anyways.
He said, boy, that's what he said.
Well, you might be against him there. When the cards are bigger than they got to pay, you can't get the job done.
Hey, Logan, you know they can't hurt you.
In other words, you need to put your big boy versions on. That's right, we know.
Mike Noble existing in perpetual denial right now. Logan Myers threatens to bring him back down to earth. Yo, can we get Mike Noble versus the Zach Nova's challenger last week? Was it El Friday night, something like that? Noche something? That guy in a mask who had Mike Noble's theme. We can play Mike Noble's theme twice, back to back. Logan Myers, yo, give us the name. Who you got?
You'll see in about some minutes.
We'll see in some odd minutes. The world wants to know, and Logan Myers is leaving us waiting till the bitter end.
How'd Logan's thing go?
I thought you were gonna go out there and challenge him at first.
What?
You
happened?
he walked out there. He wanted to know about his challenger, and you walked out there
What?
and you had his
No.
challenger. You were
What?
advocating for.
Hold on. I did what?
I think
What?
we might need to get you checked out, man. You got that 10-second Tom syndrome.
I was in the bathroom.
So is the other guy, right? It was you know what? It might have been the guy who came out last
I
week.
am so confused.
El
right
Noche, the Mr. Friday Night. Maybe it was him.
I knew we hadn't seen the end of him.
I was telling him that's the guy that Mike Noble's going to fight today. I think that's who Logan Myers is going to pick to fight him.
Speaking of
he's
Ed,
new, he's fresh.
Speaking of Ed, while you work all that out in your head somehow.
Still, the only thing I'm trying to work out is who our champion is. Zach Nova just gone to a haunted house. Nope. And Reggie pulled away by Mike Noble once again. That's not Mike Noble? That's not Reggie? Am I hallucinating? I hope not. Because I'm really interested to see in this match right here. We got Jax in the ring right now, the monster. Who hopes to stand up to Jax this week. There he is. Everyone with those sunglasses indoors today, looking just like Logan Myers now. excellent fight here. Ready to see how Jax takes on this new opponent here.
Introducing first.
It's no test, quite like a stress test.
He is Jackson Morgan. And his opponent from Palmdale, California, he has become the one.
Ooh, Jay Elliott maybe getting on Jackson's bad side. Jackson's going to start this match early. Maybe Jax just woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Kind of hard to tell when your opponent's just a monster who just wants violence here. Jax puts him against the rope, really just taking the work to him. Jake Elliott spat out his gum. He was so surprised. Ooh. Jake Elliott trying to break away from Jax, using some strikes here. Jax is just gonna flatten him down with a boot. Jake Elliott's gonna spend some time trying to resuscitate himself. Clear. 2 count. Jackson is gonna take his knee. Choking him out with his leg. The referee is gonna say that that's an illegal maneuver. We've seen, James Gang make a few different things. Interesting to see how the referee draws the. But here the referees, can't see what's happening right now. Just sees that he's kind of getting choked out. Doesn't call it, and Jax's little maneuver just doesn't get there. Wants to pretend like the referee doesn't know what's going on. Jax says, you didn't see anything, so you can't call me. It's all good. Just fixing my pants, and he just goes right back to putting the hurt on Jay Elliott here. Jax normally takes a lot of fun in his pain, but I feel like normally we see a Jax that is just a mindless brain machine. But I feel like this time around we're seeing a rare moment where Jax really just gets to sit and enjoy the small things in life, like poking out a guy's eye or choking him against the rope, or pulling out a weapon and just really taking out all the air from his lungs. Jackson Morgan really just expressing his right brain side this evening. Testing the referee's patience here too. Trying to figure out where the referee will draw the line. Is it the eyes? Maybe if I shove my fingers up his nose and just completely take control of him that way, the referee won't mind. Jax is really just playing stress test with Jay Elliott here. Jay Elliott's going to try to break out with strikes once again, send himself on the run, and actually get a move off on Jackson Morgan, takes him off his feet. But I don't know if he can even see or sense. His face is in too much pain, almost clawed off. Ready, leaving Jackson Morgan, ready for Jax to get up on his feet again. He tries to go for a cutter, but maybe letting Jax get up was the worst mistake he'll never make again, because that's 3, and he's gone. Jackson Morgan taking, just swiping his feet on it too. Just, once it's done, it's over. Art is an explosion. And honestly, just going to take the moment too, right? Enjoy the little things. I'm not going to rush this. 3 count doesn't mean anything. Let me beat him up a little bit more, right? Jackson Morgan is really going to, squeeze every last ounce of this. You only live once. You only get to really be in the ring a limited amount of time, so few times. So why, rush the little things like beating the crap out of your opponent and getting to kick him in the face and stuff, When you really take, enjoyment in your opponent's pain, why wait? Or why not wait? Why not see it out? I'm surprised Jackson Morgan isn't still out here waiting for his opponent to, waltz all the way back to the ring in pain and agony himself. Maybe disappointment isn't something that gets Jax off now. Crowd, however, not as disappointed. They're going to give Jay Elliott a little clap, make sure that he knows he's fine. Interesting to see how WCWO plans to deal with Jax in the future, because it seems like every so often we get this weird side of him that just really takes like pleasure in expressing pain in other people. It really is an art.
Saturday, June 14th at the Cleveland County Fairgrounds. So if you don't have any plans this year, that is Father's Day weekend, what better to celebrate than see some wrestling with your old man? Again, at the Cleveland County Fairgrounds, doors at 6, bell at 7. Now, how does some of that triple threat action sound, y'all?
Triple threat? 1v1v1?
The following contest is a triple threat match, and it's set for all. Thank you. Let's bring out the contestants.
Triple threat means that when the opponent chokes the other person out, the referee doesn't have to pretend to call him on it. We can just leave it at, oh, he's being choked out, but there's no disqualifications. Oh, we got Will here. Will participating in a lot of these triple threats recently. Trying to show that he can, you know, maybe Will's trying to show that he can fight more than one opponent at a time. Trying to put on the tough guy act early for his return. Trying to make sure that people, you know, buy into this persona he's made for himself here. Family man of art telling the kids to get away from him this time. Maybe he's trying to find a new serious side of himself. Doesn't want to show that vulnerable side this week. Will Asher wants to make sure it's all business. He's gonna sit down and think about what he needs to do. Here's another person who's all business right here. Max Sterling. Lots of excitement. He's all business in a different way. This is a guy who believes in the business, lives and breathes it. You know, breathes the old, breathes the new, loves every part of wrestling, loves exploring it all. There's no part of it that he can't get enough of here. Innovator, enjoyer, giver. Oh, we got the chickens out here. I'm sure when we have our little intermission, he's going to be out here selling all his rubber chickens there. Had a lot of new faces in these triple threats recently. Love to shake it up in the WCWO. See who's deserving of that next opportunity here. Every time we get new people, we always got to test them out, make sure that, you know, are you championship opportunity? Why should you be on the next episode of WCWO? Why should we see you again on Friday night? You know, will you provide, you know, a new touch to WCWO? Will you give us a new story? Will you be a new challenger to a new title? Wants to see where all his chicken brethren are at. Wants to know about the chicken. How would you do that? course, the Chicken Man has to be from Kentucky. Billy here. Gonna try to check Asher. Might not make it very far. Tries to explain to him why he's got to do it. He's like, all right, you've done it. There you go. You checked. You've seen. Give Billy a hard time. Gonna try to check Max Sterling for weapons. Knees. Hands. Now we gotta check the cousin for chickens. Come on, you got any weapons? Any steel chickens in here? Any teddy bears I should know about? Let me check you. All right, leg. Let me get the chicken. Chicken jockey. What a great time to be this kind of guy right now. The chicken jockey really is in the biggest moment. Go see, he's got a chicken for you too. He's like the guy in Baby Driver with all the sunglasses. He's got a chicken for you. If you check under your seat right now, I bet in the audience you'll probably find a chicken. Oh, the match has started. Referee said chickens are allowed, I guess. I guess there's no disqualification, but I guess that means that I guess that means that the match can start with a weapon too. Asher's gonna take it to the Chicken Man. All right, Cousin's gonna send Asher on the ropes. Max Sterling went out early. Oh, now Asher getting strung up. Oh! Chicken to the face. Pecked his mouth out. Max Sterling still trying to figure out what happened on the outside. Asher's going to work his way out with some strikes. His bare head to headbutt. All right, Asher's now going to set aside on Max Sterling a little bit, but decides to keep on it for the Chicken Man right now. Just making sure he doesn't get counterattacked. Max Sterling's just letting it all kind of happen right now. This is that picking your moment right here. Now he's going to take it to Will. And now he might find himself in an advantageous position here. Max Sterling kind of in control of this match. Can he find a pin here? Nope. Asher gets up fast enough. It's not enough damage to keep him on the ground. Gonna have to find him on his back with a harder move than that. Oh, no DDT. Flips him completely over instead. And Asher is still finding his way up. You're not gonna find a pin on him anytime soon. Chicken Man nearly found his feet. Cousin Coot up and at him. Max Sterling still in a little bit of control, but he might need to watch out for his. Oh yeah, his other opponent literally stares him in the face as he goes for that too. No way your opponent is going to do that. It looked like Max Sterling almost let it go. Crowd's calling for the teamwork. Asher doesn't want it to happen. And they just split him right down the middle, honestly. You got one nut to eat now and one to store for winter, man. Ooh, double back elbow here, and the Cousin Coot's gonna take that pin, and Max Sterling's gonna stare him in the face and be like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Come on, 1, 2, 3. We would win." And he's like, "It's not a tag match. It's about the win. It's about the opportunity. It's not about him losing." I want 3. Both of them are fighting it out in the center. Comes down to strikes, and Max Sterling's going to take the advantage here. Because if it comes down to strikes, he's going to take the technique. Takes it to the corner one way. Oh, and a big splash into a bulldog here, and Max Sterling has it all. Someone's going to slip slide in the ring to stop it and break it up. Referee almost got caught in the middle there. Billy's going to have to watch himself if he doesn't want to get hurt. Ooh, Max Sterling taking a lot of these strikes. Will Asher just really making sure to take it to him. Oh, suplex. Oh, and just drops him. Takes the knee to him too. Tried to get the knee to the shoulder. Max Sterling isn't able to get it all the way. Asher still kicks out and is back to his knees again. Takes a lot to keep Will Asher on the ground. Now Mac puts the head up. Ooh, just chops the life out of him. He said, hold on, that was it. Crowd wants it again. Asher's on his knees. That kept him down. Damage didn't keep him down, but pain sure did. Max Sterling said, all right, give me a second. I got you. One more. Pow. Right in the kisser. Not actually. Ooh. Beaten ground to the face. And now Will Asher's just kind of out of it. Took a big old butt to the face, but the cousin was able to get to the corner before Max Sterling was able to really get a counter, and now he's taking more. Both of them are just taking severe damage. Ooh, and he got both of them taking a legal shot, but it's a triple threat match, so the referee just has to kind of sit there and be like, come on, man, why would you do that? But, you know, what are you going to do, count it? What are you going to do, call it? Let's see it. Asher's still going to kick out. But he's like, my bad, I guess. Max Sterling just struggling with it between the legs here. Kazuku's going to set him on the run. And Asher just gets flattened. And now he's staying down, not rolling around. I think Asher's starting to get on his last legs here. Maybe put up a little bit too much of a fight in the beginning, trying to fight with both of his opponents at once. Took a little too much tag team damage. Not able to roll out of any of these actions. And Max Sterling now, threw the chicken for the distraction, is now going to take it to Will Asher. Oh, Asher. Max Sterling going to take it into his own hands. The referee would not have it. And now he's going to make sure that Asher gets put down. Asher tried to kick out of that one, but the referee maybe, made his own discretion, made his own call. Max Sterling, however, had his own call to say about it. He doesn't give a damn what the referee has to say about the end of the match, because he'll just make the end of the match. Tried to say, hey, that was 3. Save this man the pain, but, if he must put down the fatality, put down the finishing blow, he will do it. Max Sterling just, that's how much he wanted to win. It's not about chickens. It's not about, it's not about him losing. It's about Max Sterling pulling away this W. He's not going to play. He's not anybody's friend. He's here to win, and he definitely, earned that win for himself. That's what it means to be all business here. Max Sterling's still going to shake his hand, though, because that's what's good for business. And, explaining why, why he had to take him off, why he needed that pin, At the end of the day, both of them understand it's nothing personal. It's all a matter of business. It's all a matter of, picking up the win, take home the bread. And now both of them are going to make sure that everyone gets their flowers. The only person left home hungry is Asher here. No friends, no win, just pain. and an extra fatality to boot because the referee didn't figure it out. Sometimes we all just get unlucky. Now we got our friend Pogo here. Been on a little bit of an up and up. You know, had a few opportunities here and there. Won that big Royal Rumble all around here. So interesting to see where Pogo's going to take this momentum. You know, is he going to take it in the upward direction? Is he going to bring the bear and find himself a victory there? Is he going to, how many elbow drops is he going to drop down? You don't know what's going to happen when Joey's here. And especially you don't know what's going to happen in the commentary booth, because I got a friend here with me right now.
Hello, guys. You got the professor out here.
Yeah, the professor.
The professor.
What are you a professor of, anyways? You have
archaeology, sociology, psychology, and anthropology. So, all the mind, history, and
the necessity.
Culture.
The necessary ones.
Which is why originally I brought Hernari in, because I went to the culture about what it does, explore the conduct.
Maybe that's why you're so comfortable on Phoenix. You're maybe one of the only people that can understand that mind.
Oh, his mind is. I don't even understand it half the time. It's the Oliver stuff. Oh, so Pogo's got Malenko.
Now, see, this one's an interesting one here, because Malenko and Pogo, as I said earlier, Pogo had a lot of opportunities. One of those opportunities was a shared opportunity with Malenko here. Malenko was coming, he had tried to fight for the championship, try to restate himself as the top of WCWO and lost that, couldn't make it happen. So then he got put in a tag match with Pogo, maybe a testing ground match with Dex Royal and with Rachel Armstrong, and both of them weren't able to pull that out. Malenko maybe blaming Pogo there.
Well, so you got to remember, first of all, they have never tagged before that. And Rachel and Dex, they've been tagging a lot.
Right.
And they travel the road together. They're like, you see one, you see the other one, almost all of them, every show they're at. So you got to think that the chemistry wasn't there to begin with. And then Pogo talking about people whose minds can't be understood. Pogo, I don't even want to get him in my chair because I'm afraid of what will come out.
Yeah, and you think about what happened last week. Last week we had a scramble match, had a lot of people in the ring. Malenko was one of those people. Pogo was one of those people. And when Malenko got in the ring, Pogo got out of it. He was not wanting to have it. And now, we're here, and Malenko and Pogo are face to face.
1-on-1.
Yeah, there's no group of people to get around. There's no Max Sterling to tag with.
But we also don't have Freak on a Leash.
Yeah.
So this is 1-on-1, mano-a-mano. Crazy versus brute strength.
Good thing Pogo brought the bear.
That bear, I hate that bear.
And the refs let him get away with using it as a weapon, which I don't understand. It's a foreign object.
Yeah, I mean, did you see that? Did you see that their tag match with Rachel and Dex? They could barely lift the thing. Malenko, however, last week proved that he was worthy. He actually caught the bear.
Yeah, right.
Which my theory was that it's because he tagged with Pogo. He was able to understand a little bit about it, and now he's able to use it against Pogo.
Maybe.
So maybe we'll see that come into action again.
And then Pogo comes out with that bull rope too. I hate that bull rope too.
Yeah, he was choking out like everyone with it. Basically, I think he tried to choke out Brody with it too.
I wouldn't be surprised. Well, see, this week they took the bull rope away. So taking it to the back with his hat. So that's a good sign. At least he can't use the bull rope.
Well, can't use it yet till he finds it.
Well, they took it to the back. He might go back and get it. You never know with that crazy man.
Yeah, he would walk all the way around the ring just to get in it.
And with each other out here.
Oh. Pogo's gonna bring him to the rope.
He's gonna bring him to the rope and break it. Ref good with getting in there with that count. I may not like it.
Pogo looks
good about that.
Pogo looks satisfied with himself. He thinks he's done something, accomplished. Oh, maybe he has.
He thinks he outsmarted him is what he thinks he did.
I mean, he's got the hold here against Malenko.
He had the hold against Malenko.
And then now he's got the break again.
So my question in this match, Pogo's been lately kind of on a sense of being a bad guy. Who do you have in this?
See, I would say that Malenko was on the down and down, and Pogo was on the up and up before they had interacted. And after they interacted, they were kind of in this, what do you call it, purgatory spot, right? The spot right in the middle where you don't really know where they are. But, if we are to believe the trends, I gotta say, Pogo does look kind of good in this match, which is insane to say when you're talking about the war ready.
Here we go. Look, and the ref
the
let
bear,
it happen.
And Malenko is just dazed and confused.
The ref didn't even say anything to him. He didn't even admonish him. You see, that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, I think that this might be the moment where Pogo could really, solidify himself as a main contender. I mean,
I'm also partial to that head of Pogo's. That's also a foreign object. The thing is tough as nails.
And it's hollow. You ever try to hit something with a hollow bat?
That headbutt, though. I mean, here we go. I think he just pissed him off.
Oh,
It stunned him a little bit. See, I think he's just upsetting Malenko. I think this is just enraging Malenko.
I have a theory that you're not supposed to headbutt Malenko, but
now he's biting his head.
He's just gonna.
He's biting his head.
I think the headbutts didn't get through enough, so now he's gonna bite it. He's like a squirrel.
Now they got the bear again. There
Malenko sidestepped it.
Oh, there we go. That was me. That might be it.
He flattened Pogo. It might have been.
No, that Pogo with the kick out, but I don't know.
You
I don't know if Pogo knows where he's at here.
He's gonna take a breath, get to the rope, make sure that Malenko can't hold on to him. Rope won't stop you from strikes, though.
Big strike, big gut shot.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna kind of locked in the corner.
Yeah, another big gut shot. You see, those shots, especially from Malenko.
Yeah,
those shots are rough.
That's the kind of shot that makes.
Oh, and he chopped him. Oh.
I mean, Pogo might just throw up from the pain. He's doubling over.
And one thing you gotta think about Malenko, most big guys that size, they don't throw chops. Chops aren't in their repertoire. They'd rather hit you.
Because most of it comes from most of the power of the chop comes from power. It doesn't come from the legs like a punch would.
Right.
All those underhanded punch, all that's leg power.
Pogo tried to go underneath the ring.
But
Malenko grabbed him.
Malenko's war ready though. He's got power in spades in every single part of himself.
He is a force to be reckoned with.
Look at these double-handed chops here, just pushing him back, gaining a little bit of thing, and Pogo's just gonna run away.
Pogo's gonna run away, which is probably the smarter idea.
I mean,
saying smart and Pogo in the same sentence is kind of rough. But
Pogo maybe trying to gauge his distance, but on the ropes there, Malenko's just learning.
And Malenko's gonna get in. And the thing you got to think about Malenko, he's not even been in this business that long.
Yeah, but he's just
at 2-3 years now.
But I mean, but you don't think about it like that. You think about it like, wow, he's been dominant for how long?
And
That's
he's
what it
held-
really feels
he's
like.
held major titles in the company.
Exactly. You don't just walk in and do that in a few years' time. It's just
He took to the business really quickly. And then again, he's got the brute strength, which is
But Pogo is the kind of person where it doesn't matter if he takes to the business quickly.
Pogo
'cause
with these big knees again.
Pogo's always gonna have a spot in the business though, because no one can ever adapt to him.
Well, you can't. Yeah, 'cause you can't adapt to Pogo because you don't know what Pogo's going to do.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Pogo doesn't know what Pogo's going to do half the time.
Oh, looking for 3. We had 2 last week. What's the magic number? 4?
He's going to go for another one.
I think it's the magic number of the week. I'm gonna go for 6. Can we see 6?
He's going to go. He's going
This
to do
is 5.
8. He's going to do 8.
5.
Oh, there's the dance.
Oh.
It might be 5. Might be the number.
Oh, I was
look
one
at that.
away. It changes every week.
And
The luck-
Malenko with the kick out. Malenko staying strong with that kick out though. Both down.
You know, maybe if it was 6 and I had got it right, we would have seen the 3 count for Pogo.
Maybe.
You need 2 elbow drops per count. So he had 5, and that got him the 2.5.
He's got that big knee going. He's got that knee going.
Oof.
That knee rub.
I think that
What's Malenko doing here? Malenko's got the ref.
yeah, I don't know if Malenko can really see. I think that knee rub got him.
Oh, that's
maybe
what
it did.
Malenko was doing. Malenko outsmarting Pogo there.
Maybe when you're ready for war, you got to be ready for all of it.
Low blow. I commend Malenko on that. That was well thought out. That's what you do. Sometimes you gotta take those shortcuts to be able to.
I mean, you called a
There we go.
a shortcut. I don't know if he took a shortcut to the top of the rope to bring himself down
No,
there.
that wasn't a shortcut.
I would maybe call that dominance. Maybe he decided that after a while he's gonna throw away the mercy because the low blow enough. You know, we saw that Pogo had it all taken out of him.
Right,
He went up
yeah.
to the top rope and threw in some extra.
Well, so I'm always one who likes those little, those as people like to call them dirty tactics. So that low blow to me was amazing, but then he just solidified it with that splash.
All right, it was
He put a period on that. An
a
exclamation
fatality.
point. An exclamation point. A fatality, if you will. Yes.
Yeah, well, you know, maybe I would have had my money on Pogo if, or like, you know, maybe that money on Pogo could have gone to a better cause. But I think that, you know, Pogo could have maybe put one out here. He just would have had to take the craziness to a level that doesn't include the rules, right? He brought out the bear, and maybe that gave him an advantage. But I mean, I think that maybe it was a disadvantage because that allowed Malenko's mentality to say, you know, I can allow myself a low blow. Because Pogo's got all these gimmicks, all this other stuff like that. Pogo is, you know, Pogo's one that obviously causes lots of anger, lots of frustration to fight. Now it looks like
What does
Pogo's
Pogo
kind
do?
of.
He's calling for side. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it looked like he was kind of egging Malenko on a little bit. I don't
It
know.
looks like he's upset about something. Which, I mean, that was a hard part match. Shouldn't be upset to lose to Malenko, number one. Anytime.
Yeah, I mean-
Malenko was on his game tonight. So I don't know why he's upset. That was
thi-
a good match.
I mean, maybe he's just upset that Malenko.
Oh, he's upset that he took the low blow. Put it that way.
Right.
But
Maybe
but
he feels
again, tit for tat, because Pogo would have done the same thing.
And if you ask Malenko, Pogo did do the same thing. Pogo took away his opportunity in that tag match, drug
yeah.
Malenko down, took away his opportunity in the group match, drug him down there too, too much offense. So maybe Malenko took all that personally. Now he's taking out on Malenko, or not Malenko, on Pogo here.
Pogo, yeah. And
Exactly.
Like I say this a lot. Malenko's not one of the guys you want to make upset.
Yeah, that's the one guy you don't want it to be personal.
But Malenko, Andre Stray's another one you don't want to make him upset.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I bet Phoenix learned that one the hard way. Tim Jackson, when he made that one upset.
Tim's an iffy one. I like.
Hi, Reggie Edwards, WCWO Wrestling. I am here at Vape and More on the corner of Lyndhurst and Crawfordsville Road. I'm with Paul, one of the owners of Vape and More, and they have so much more than you might expect. Not only do they have all of your smoking accessory needs, they've got spiritual accessories, clothes, incense, candles, bags. They really put the more in Vape and More. Now, Vape and More has been a sponsor of WCWO for 3 years now, sponsoring the Don Basher Memorial, providing a trophy for the Battle Royal every year. Paul?
We'd like to see you guys come visit us. We have plenty of vape accessories and, like he said, a lot more.
Come on down to Vape and More for everything you could possibly need. Paul, thank you for your support.
You're welcome.
The bell has sounded, and y'all know what that means. Our action is about to resume here at the Outlaw Arena. Y'all make some noise. Now, the second half of the show, don't forget, we have some triple threat action for the main event, but the mystery opponent chosen by Logan Myers or Mike Noble will come right before that. But we've got some singles action lined up for y'all next. You ready? Yeah. So without further ado, the following contest is a singles match, and it is set for one all. Thank you. Let's bring out the contestants.
Got singles action, triple threat action, got all the action going on. I'm excited for this mystery opponent. I said before that it was going to be Mike Noble in a mask going up against Mike Noble, but we'll see. The one and only. Juan's gonna show himself off, make sure the crowd sees it, make sure they know it. Highly competitive challenger here. You know, maybe doesn't doesn't have the size, maybe you know, maybe the desire to show it all the time, but really dangerous opponent in Juan Sanchez though. Oh my God, he's got the Terry Bogard vibe. Talk about a fatality.
I talked to him about this a couple times, so yeah, it's kind of, what do you say? King of Fighters?
Yeah.
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 Somebody was joking with him one day, because before he put the vest on, saying he looked like Ash Ketchum.
The Ash Ketchum, so he wants to go with that instead?
No,
I can see it.
He wants to do
the Terry?
Yeah.
I can see it. He definitely has the moves to pull it off, the athleticism. I need to see him hit a jab power dunk. It's a true combo.
When I first saw the whole look together, I couldn't help but think of the old game River City Ransom. But that's just me because I'm old. It should be a good match. Good look for Elijah here.
I didn't see it, but he should have thrown off the hat like Terry too.
I don't know. I didn't pay attention. He did the pose. I did see him do the pose.
I did see that.
If Juan can utilize his smarts and his speed, he might have it.
See, I think that Juan is one of those undervalued people. I think a lot of people don't think that he's got the smarts and the speed that he does, though. You know, he uses, because people think that it's just that, but he's got a little bit of technique that he applies to those things. When he uses these calf kicks, you know, these aren't just him throwing away half-a kicks. This is him, you know, angling himself.
Are we really going to
test the strength here?
Are we really going to do a test of strength? I don't know who I have on that.
I think it's
there we go.
I think it's more like a test of technique, a test of leverage when people go like that. Because
the
know,
interesting thing with this one is a lot of people don't think about it, but Elijah's got a great technique, trained by one of the best. But Juan also has some technique behind him too that most people don't see.
For me, I think the technique game, you know, you're looking at like Logan Myers is at the top of the technique game for me. And maybe under that for second place, you're maybe looking at Mike Noble or maybe a Matt Sterling potentially if you value his experience, his technique. But I think that both of these two right here are going to be in hard contention for this technique. Because look, we got, you know, Elijah Eros showing off this outstanding maneuver here, you know, inventing new moves and making sure to, you know, target these limbs.
Got him with a headlock.
But Juan Sanchez is very storied, basically lives and breathes the game. So
he does, but by the same token, so does Elijah. Like I've known Elijah for, as long as he's been in the business, and he studies a lot.
But look at this, Juan Sanchez. Elijah been in the game for a while, but Juan Sanchez is able to keep up with him on the run. Not very many people have the stamina to be able to do that.
No, and like I said, Elijah is trained by one of the best. Martin, one of the best. As was, as you mentioned earlier, Logan Myers, trained by one of the best. Martin, one of the best.
I don't know. I really got to say that when it comes down, when I see this match and I see, you know, Juan Sanchez here, you know, I see two people with a lot of technique. I see two people who, you know, have a lot of speed. I see two people with a love of the game, two people with a lot of speed. And then I see Juan Sanchez lacking a little bit of height, lacking a little bit of power. You know, maybe just a little bit of genetics here as you know.
As I said earlier, with the Juan Sanchez, what you got to look out for is my favorite thing, the smart and the underhanded tactic. Because Juan, as we have seen in the past, is not afraid to use whatever means it takes.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd call Juan Sanchez like underhanded, almost honest at that point, right? I think that when you're looking at you know, a match like this where he keeps trying to get in and Elijah Eros just keeps putting him back down, you know, Elijah Eros, like, it looks like Juan Sanchez is gonna have to find a way in. At this point, you're almost looking for that poke in the eye here. Juan Sanchez has gone an uncharacteristically long amount of time without any of these, as you say, smart tactics.
This is true.
So, he just got taken out by an elbow there.
That was an interesting maneuver. We're talking about inventing new moves.
Ooh.
Ref with the count, the 4 count.
Ooh, Elijah Eros, both of them making up to their feet at around 4.
I'm not quite sure why the ref had stopped counting when he did. But
I think he was giving them the time to get back in the ring. Didn't want to overdo it.
Juan with a duck under. That was
oh,
there we go. That's how you do it. There we
some
go.
excellent targeting on that leg.
Stay on that leg. There you go. Focus. Laser focused on that leg.
Juan Sanchez is hungry. This might be the one thing, you know, where Elijah Eros is a little taller.
Fans, no, that might be a mistake. You might not want to get involved with fans.
Yeah, where Elijah Eros is a little taller and a little stronger, Juan Sanchez is hungry. That little bit of difference, that makes Juan Sanchez all the more hungrier. And where he's going to come out here, you know, he's going to go for that leg. Every time Elijah Eros is going to show that weakness, Juan Sanchez is going to be here and he's going to make it hurt.
You could have that's nice. I like it. And you can have all the height in the world, but once your knees take it out, that height doesn't matter much.
Yeah. Elbow after elbow after elbow.
That was a nice exchange. I like that. Good job, Juan.
And he couldn't get himself out of the ropes, too. His knees were locked up in it.
Back to the leg. Back to the leg.
All of his momentum, all of his movement is just completely neutered here. so hard to imagine how Elijah Eros gets back in this game now that he's lost such a crucial piece. He's playing chess without the queen.
I like that a lot, Lindsay. That's good.
Think about it. I mean, he can't move around the board. He's lost all of his momentum. If he's in the center of the ring, generally the best place in the ring to be, loses all of his support in the ropes and in the corner, so he can't
nice
stand.
shot. Oh, but no.
Juan Sanchez is basically playing at permanent advantage now, able to control the center.
Goes for the whip, and he can't even get him across.
Exactly. Throw him on the run, and he on the lip.
Takes his shirt off. He should have used that shirt. Pretty took the shirt off.
Juan Sanchez might.
Top rope.
Yeah, this might be the finisher right here.
What's he going for? Is it going to be a superplex?
Oh, see, I think Juan Sanchez.
He blocked it.
Juan Sanchez wants to prove the last thing that he doesn't got. He wants to prove that power against Elijah Eros here, but Elijah Eros
diving clothesline there, trying to get the fans behind him.
May not have the leg, but when he's sitting there on the top rope, he doesn't need the leg for power. He just pushes Juan Sanchez off.
Yeah.
So Juan Sanchez has really got to, he's got to be honest with himself.
Another big right hand. Oh!
All the power of a punch will come from your legs. So Elijah Eros is working on one leg with all these punches here.
Big Irish whip, big clothesline.
And we can
elbow,
see it.
Nice.
He's limping around the ring.
But yeah, he
getting
can't
these
stand up. So
huge punches, these huge slams.
It's a detriment. See, he couldn't do anything. He couldn't capitalize to that leg. The smarts behind Juan Sanchez pinpointing that leg.
Ooh, and these kicks.
Okay, he goes for the pin. Come on, Juan. There you go.
It was
Juan kicks out.
These smarts that got Juan Sanchez in the game are, that might have been a dumb move that took him out of the game. That moment where he took Elijah Eros to the top rope is paying in dividends.
Oh, he's trying to get the crowd behind him. They just have the crowd behind him.
Oh, he's
calling for something. Oh, big discus clothesline.
Oh, Juan's got him up.
Got him up.
On the run. And he lost it.
He lost it.
Nice. And he's on the rope. I think Juan's going to set it up.
He's calling for it.
Literally calling for it. He dialed it up.
What's he calling that? Do we know?
What?
What's he call his?
I think he calls it the 619. That's what he said. He said it out loud. It's the 619. That's what it is.
619.
And he's going to miss that crucial move. The top rope, Juan's main enemy. The second rope is his best friend. The top rope is his worst enemy. Juan Sanchez is
there's the big knee.
Stuck as a second roper.
There it is. The big knee took him out.
Juan Sanchez, both of the times Juan Sanchez choked in this match, he was at the top rope. So he's now forever stuck on the second string, you could say.
He needs to rethink going to that top rope. He really does. I mean, granted, that second time was probably a good call because he hit that 619.
Right, but maybe he needs to find a new way to capitalize on that 6-1.
I know, right?
Well, now we got our commentary friend back. Done. Finished plotting with.
I leave for 2 minutes and you replace me with Wiley?
Yeah, I mean we were trying to figure out
for what was
going to happen. One match. He was out here plotting who's going to wear the mask next against Mike Noble this week.
All right, who's in match 3?
Match 3.
Yeah, that's what's next, right? Match 3.
Match what? 4 in the beginning. This is 6 now. 6 of the night.
Where have I been?
Maybe Reggie just doesn't count any match that's booked by Gabrielle.
I don't. She's the worst. She's evil.
Then why don't you go out there and do her job? Why don't you go out here and hype up the crowd every night?
Have you been on her bad side?
I don't think I've ever attempted to be on her bad side.
Neither have I. So here I am.
Singles match with Kenneth James.
Yes. One half the WCWO Tag Team Champions.
See, I'm a big fan of this one, but I gotta know it's a singles match, so maybe you'll take it seriously. Do we have Do-Rag James?
Who's Do-Rag James?
Do-Rag James. That's what me and Ronan called him. It's the epitome of Kenneth James. Kenneth James, when he really takes something seriously, he'll come out in the do-rag. That's how you know he's. That's how you
Kenneth
know it's
James
over.
takes everything seriously.
But do-rag James, it's over. That's how you know
I've
it's.
never
that's how you know
seen
it's
him
done.
in a do-rag.
You've never seen him in a do-rag?
When has he ever been in a do-rag?
You've never seen him mad.
No, I've seen him mad.
If you haven't seen him in a do-rag, you haven't seen the mad Kenneth James. I'm telling you, there is something about that version, that variant, and it lives on.
I feel like you're
hearts.
making things up.
No, but ask Ronan. This is a legend. We live on it every week. This is like the Great Pumpkin.
What's the Great Pumpkin?
Exactly. This is why you get rocks on Halloween.
Aren't all pumpkins great?
Few of them.
Except for the pumpkin spice stuff. That's not great. That can stop.
Well, Andre Stray's
We're
out.
only 4.5 months away from it, by the way.
From what?
From pumpkin spice everything.
Well, that means we're just 4.5 months away from October. We got stuff planned for October. What's the big WCWO October plan here? You gonna spill the beans?
You have been here for 5.5 years and you don't know the October plans?
No, I mean we gotta have them in plan, right?
You called commentary at the Halloween show
last year. We got a new year coming up.
It's
You're just gonna recycle the same
thing
show?
since 2020.
Man,
Way to pay attention.
Reggie recycles content. Headlines.
It's called using what works.
Is using what works what helped you win against Joey?
Yeah. James Gang.
I thought part of turning over the new leaf was turning over what works to turning over what's right. But you know, who am I to lay out the morality?
I didn't ask for any of their help. They respect me and love me so much.
Well, I mean, like that's why last week when you said
I
we're
had
gonna do
every champion except the Outlaw champion helping me.
So last week when you said, oh, we're gonna do things the right way, they just accepted that and went on their.
No, they didn't
right?
accept that. They're still mad.
I thought you said they listened to you. I thought you said they were your friends.
No, I said they respected me.
Right. So they respect you,
can
just not what you say.
That you can hate somebody and respect them.
Yeah, they respect you, just not your authority
I don't know
or what
if
you
you
have to
noticed.
say.
I don't know if
or
you've
how
noticed.
how you think
not
they
many
should do
people
things.
back here like me.
Yeah, well,
out there they do. I mean, you're the only one out. You're the only one back here that likes me.
Hey, I would argue that
that's because I told you have to, or you're fired.
I would argue that the guy who has 4 people out there to help him win a match has more people who like him than the guy who lost that match, who had no backup.
He had Abby.
He had Abby go out there.
Whoa!
Maybe.
Whoa! He just ejected Skull Crusher.
Yo.
He just ejected Skull Crusher.
Yo, a critical loss.
What's he doing?
Early for the James
What's Alexander doing?
Look at Andre. That's my face right now.
He just ejected the greatest manager in the history of WCWO.
Andre is taking it to him. The anchor of the James Gang versus the anchor of the Loud Strays here.
The crowd goes wild for Andre Stray.
There is no numbers advantage for the James Gang, which means
oh my
this
God,
might be over right here. That might have been the numbers advantage. Ooh. Andre only gets a 1 count. You guys should see the look on Reggie's face right now.
There we go.
Alrighty. Kenneth James finally gets some offense in. Takes it to the corner.
Why are you going to say it like that?
What?
Finally gets some offense.
He is an anchor. He is not the kind of. He's not a.
Oh, now you're making fun of his weight?
No. He's the anchor of the team. He's the person who keeps the team set. He gets the damage when Jordan James sets him up for the damage. But he doesn't set himself up. That's the Kenneth James
You're
law.
a very biased commentator.
No. I call it as I see it. Jordan James is an excellent controller. He uses Kenneth James
we
to
need
do
to get your
the
glasses
damage.
checked because you're not seeing anything.
I'm not saying I don't respect Kenneth James. Kenneth James is an excellent striker. Got some great moves. It's just he is one half of the tag team champions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That makes him. He does half the work.
That's right.
He just doesn't.
That's how math works.
But that doesn't mean that he survives as an individual. Andre Stray, however, plenty of singles.
Andre Stray's not half of anything.
He's the whole man.
Yeah,
he's the whole
a big
package.
guy. He's huge.
Andre Stray basically is 2 men in one.
Yeah. It's because he ate the other one.
Well, he's so. I mean, it maybe ate him for power. Ooh, Kenneth James choking him out though. They're on
Uh-oh.
7.
They better hurry up and get back in the ring.
I think. Oh, come on. Oh, and now they're going for the eye here. Kenneth James, come on. I mean, we know that
They're
this
back
match,
here.
Yeah.
Get back out to
Hey,
the ring.
hey, you're on 9,
What are you doing?
guys.
What? Stop yelling.
Well, it looks like a repeat of last week. The only difference is that Andre doesn't have a partner to abandon in the ring this time.
Yeah, let's talk more about that. Andre Story abandoning Too Loud Timmy Jackson. Not
Hey,
the first time that Timmy Jackson's been abandoned by somebody, by the way. It happens a lot to that guy. Nobody likes him.
I mean, Tim Jackson has
Maybe if he
enough
would
faith
stop
in Andre.
dancing.
At least Andre came back. I mean, Tim Jackson has faith in Andre. I asked him about it. He said it's fine. I mean, Andre obviously just got a little bit of a short fuse, taking it to Kenneth James in the back here. Still, I think, I don't know, maybe in the parking lot by now.
It's a terrible ref in that match.
Now, with that being said, it's time for Mr. Mike Noble to come on out and see who is competing against tonight. So, without further ado, the following contest is a singles match. And it is set for 1 all. Thank you. Let's bring out the contestants.
This is an interesting matchup.
You know,
This was not officially coming into tonight, as apparently earlier Logan Myers went to the ring and said he didn't have a challenger for next week. He wanted someone to step to the plate. Apparently Mike Noble came out.
right.
This is what I hear.
I heard someone else came out before Mike Noble. I don't know. Now I'm not so sure. I thought it was someone that starts with an R and rhymes with Geji, I guess, but. You know,
I mean, I don't know who that would be.
Yeah, so well, you know, I guess if you look in the mirror, you might find him. You might meet him, shake his hand, say, "Hey, my name's Reggie." He'll say, "Hey, my name's Reggie." But
There's only one of them.
right, the same way there's only one Mike Noble, the guy who
There can always only be one of him.
right. So the guy
Only one. Greatest gunslinger champion.
What about the
He's
guy?
a 3-time gunslinger champion now.
What about the guy who came
He
out
won the title
week?
last week.
So that guy last week in the mask, that wasn't a different guy because I was told that was a different guy.
It was. Mike Noble won the Gunslinger Championship. He is the Gunslinger Champion.
So then who did Zach fight last week?
I don't know. I wasn't here.
The guy. So this guy that you set up the match.
How?
You told Gabby Abby that Zach would have to fight a match, and if he
Yeah.
lost that match, he would
Yeah.
have to go on to fight Mike Noble.
Zach didn't show up.
He won that match
Against who?
against
You don't even know.
It was Mr. Friday Night or something like that.
No, that's Mike Noble. He didn't fight Mike Noble.
This is almost as excruciating as watching this match right now. Watching Mike Noble get taken to the ground over and over and over
Mark
again.
Magnus is really stepping up his game in this match.
Yeah, it's those magnificent moves. He's been put up against what, Jackson Morgan now and Phoenix. You know, fighting all these. Yeah, and he's fighting all these monsters right now. All these top tier competitors right now. So, you know, it's nice to see him, you know, fighting someone right here who he might be able to put up an opportunity with. Someone who, you know, he deserves an opportunity, and Mike Noble honestly doesn't really deserve an opportunity, but, you know,
Mike Noble's out there dropping more bombs than Bronny James, which isn't many, but still a few.
Mike Noble deserves to have to prove that he deserves an opportunity. So him having to prove it against Mark Magnus, I have no problem with it. I'm ready to see Mark Magnus put a new spin on it. Turn the tables on Mike Noble here.
I'm pretty sure that's an illegal move.
No, he's gonna. So see, it is an illegal move. He should have been doing it counterclockwise. Now he's spinning it the right way. And one more spin for good luck in the forward way. Just send him in all the different rotations. Look at him. He's like, yeah, you know, he doesn't know where he's going. Mike Noble doesn't know which way is up. Oh, but he does know which way is down. Mark Magnus just showed him. Alrighty, and oh, now he's put up on that second rope there. Mike Noble beating on that back, making sure that almost kind of choking him on the side too. Gotta watch himself. The referee might count him out here. Big chops. Mike Noble loves to stay in control of a match, loves to be that person who dictates the pace. So now that he's taken away the momentum of Mark Magnus, might not be able to put on those magnificent moves.
Well, let's not forget, Jackie, that the winner of this match gets a shot at Logan Myers' Outlaw Championship next week.
Right.
So this is the biggest match of Mark Magnus's career so far.
True. I mean, you could argue that this is the first time he's really had an opportunity to, you know, put it to the championship, right?
Yeah.
He's never, you know, well, but he did, you know, kind of sniff a little bit of championship gold. He fought, you know, Phoenix, kind of gave him an eye-to-eye there. Didn't have a championship shot, but, you know, definitely put himself up against that champion. So he's got a little bit of experience. So if he and obviously this right here, this is also championship experience, even if it is fake championship experience.
Mark Magnus is not going to let a championship opportunity slip through his fingers. If he doesn't win that opportunity, it's not going to be because he didn't put 100% into the match. He's making sure that he leaves this ring with everything left in it. And he sees this as a chance, not just a door to walk through, but a door to kick down on his way to the next level. He has not won a match yet.
Right.
But all it takes is one.
But see, that's the thing though, is that Mark Magnus is improving every single week, and we see that, right? But he's also leaving it out every single week. So we've been seeing these smart opponents, you know, able to take advantage of Mark Magnus's latest endeavors. Every time he improves himself, his opponents, you know, they improve by leaps and bounds. Everyone else is improving. So, just like that, you know, when both opponents collide, both of their improvements meet in the middle, then it really comes down to who can innovate in that last split second, who can innovate in the match, who has the experience, who has anything to draw on. And, you know, Mark Magnus can find himself in a weak point, especially against an opponent like this in Mike Noble. So it's important to prove that he can really step up against an opponent as experienced as that, as an opponent that's smart enough and adaptable enough to meet him, or, you know, to meet him there, right? Got to be able to think more than, improve more than just week to week, but moment to moment.
Oh, God. What a belly-to-belly.
Ooh, and
Well, Mark
wraps him up.
Magnus also tried to prove and show Mike Noble and everybody else on this roster that's doubted him that not only can he hang, but he belongs.
Right. But he, like you said, he hasn't been pulling out a whole lot of wins yet. So do you think he's succeeding, or do you think he's really outing himself, right? He's showing everybody that he's trying hard, showing everybody that he cares about the wrestling business. But when you're not pulling up wins, does that mean you belong? Will people accept you for trying, or do you have to, you know, show some wins at a certain point? Mark Magnus, you know, maybe it's getting to him a little bit, and he's gonna have to show up here against Mike Noble in order to really, you know, pull some weight.
Ooh.
If he lets a championship opportunity slide by, you know, that might not look so well in the locker room.
Oh, but what a side effect! Side effect for
That
Mark
is
Magnus.
one big if, though.
We could easily be seeing the upset of the year tonight. We're not far.
I mean, if we're not far from the upset of the year,
And hitting him
next
with
week,
he hit him with a go to nap.
we're not. We might get the upset of the year in the championship opportunity if Mike Noble's not careful. You hear the crowd finish it, but he put him to the side. Mark's inexperience once again rearing its ugly head.
That's also Noble's experience rolling to the ropes.
Yes, but, you know, it is experience and inexperience. Mike Noble won himself the match. He played in his luck to put himself there. Mark Noble lost himself the match. He allowed Mike Noble to take that action. So this is what I'm talking about here. Mark has got to pull himself together in these late stages of the match. He can't allow himself to be outsmarted by someone like Mike Noble if he wants to even consider himself a championship opportunity. If he wants to consider himself WCWO ready. He's putting him up, showing his strength, showing his moves, but that
Noble
little
moves off the ropes.
that second might have cost him. Mike Noble said he's done.
Oh! Oh!
Oh, he might have broke his jaw.
Oh, jeez. Oh. Oh, God!
He broke his beard. How is he still up? Oh, dazed and confused.
He's out.
He's
He's
out.
out.
Three knees for 3 counts.
This is insult
Come on,
to injury.
just stop.
This is salt in the wound.
Mike Noble's just gonna spin the block.
This is frustration
Oh.
for Mike Noble.
Yeah.
This is Mike Noble saying, I told you to stay down. You didn't stay down. I will make sure you stay down.
Mark Magnus gave Mike
But
Noble a
I think
little bit of a
this might
spin.
be the second person he's killed in a 7-day span.
yeah. Well, the first one was the original or the original title holder.
Former. But I will be the first to say Mark Magnus.
I guess
What a performance.
I guess turning over a new leaf means giving the flowers to those who you walk over.
Part of death is getting flowers.
I mean, you see flowers at funerals,
Oh, he
but
moved.
you see.
We're good. We're
Oh
good.
yeah, I was about to say you see flowers in hospital beds too. Mark Magnus is, you know, he's leaving it all out every single week, but if he keeps leaving it all out there, you know, we might not be able to see more of Mark Magnus.
What a match. That just goes to show you what certain men will do when they are given a possible opportunity.
Yeah, right. True.
And Mark Magnus stepped up showed out and proved himself tonight. He
Well-
didn't have to win, but he still got over with these fans. Listen to that.
True, but
Listen to it.
I guess that's a place to start on your way towards championship opportunity. Find yourself a route. He may not have found himself a win, but Reggie is right. He did find himself a place. He did prove that he did belong. Maybe wins are not all it takes to find a little niche here at WCWO. And Reggie found himself again. Maybe he's going to go congratulate Mike Noble once again. You bet he's going to come back and say, oh, no. Where's the next match at? You know, Gabby scheduled the next one. All the parts that you scheduled, Abby, those are the ones we're enjoying. Now Reggie isn't in here. I can say the triple threat match, the kind of match where when the referee is paid off to count for somebody and look away from the disqualifications, it doesn't matter because there are no disqualifications. Yeah, big as the. The gates out here. Big man. Zay Gates is on the up and up. Been seeing him in the tag team division recently, so it's interesting to see him in some singles. Maybe he decides to show himself off a little bit. You know, Zay Gates obviously can't keep himself off TV. So I'm sure that we're going to be seeing a lot more of him tonight too. Zay Gates, I wonder if Zay Gates' partner knows that he's out here, just showboating and showing himself off. Maybe Zay Gates should be keeping himself fresh for that tag team division, fresh for David Light, but maybe they're not sweating it. And the other half of the James Gang, and the other third of the James Gang, in addition, got kicked out of the ring once already. Wonder if the referee's gonna let him back in the ring this time. And you know what? We're gonna get joined once again by some more commentary action. We got all shapes and kinds today. Had Wiley, had Reggie, but now you can hear from the man himself.
I don't need you to introduce me. I just went through a hell of a match with Elijah Eros, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm still looking to get my hands on him. But here we are for the main event of the WCWO Outlaw Arena tonight. We have Too Loud Timmy Jackson making his way to the ring. And we have Zay Gates, the big champ, along with the James Gang in this. One half of the James Gang, Jordan James with Skull Crusher.
So Juan Sanchez, who do you have your respect on in this match? Who does Juan Sanchez put his money on in a match with with Too Loud Timmy Jackson, a man as big as that, Jordan James, one half of the tag team champions, or Zay Gates, one half of the protector of the tag team champions, as I like to call him.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna be biased or anything here. Too Loud Timmy Jackson has been on a roll these past few months, getting his cat Oliver back and feuding with Phoenix, the territorial champion. And here tonight, he's looking to make a statement against two of the best competitors in the WCWO, in Zay Gates and Jordan James. So you know what? If I'm gonna be honest though, my money is on Jordan James, one half of the tag team champions here in the WCWO.
That's a great choice, especially considering Jordan James is always in control. There's no one better, as you have to say. So.
And he's got one of the best managers here in the Outlaw Arena in Skull Crusher in his corner.
will say as well, Jordan James is the only person in this match with some gold to show for it. He's going to make sure everyone else sees it too.
And that's exactly why I have him over these two men here in the ring. Because he just came into the WCWO since day one. He's been here over a decade, and he's just been laying waste to his opponents with or without help. It doesn't matter. Jordan James is one to not be messed with here in the WCWO.
See, now I gotta say that out of all the people in the ring right now, because everybody here in the ring is involved in the tag team era in some way, shape, or form. I gotta put my money on Zay Gates. I mean, Tim Jackson is a great competitor, and obviously he's showing it here. He's got lots of weight to throw around, lots of things, but not really a tone setter. Andre Stray really reinvented Tim Jackson when Andre came on the scene, and Jordan James, he's got all the he's got that tag team gold, but it comes at the help of Kenneth James, his anchor.
You're not wrong. You're
so
not wrong.
Zay Gates is the individual. I would say that he's not carried by David Light. He's not defined by David Light. He came out by himself this week, and we don't even really think about David Light. We think about Zay Gates, the big man. And look at him. He's the last one in the ring. That's where I've got my money.
And we got Too Loud Timmy Jackson and Jordan James stumbling here.
Nope. No one jumps as high as Zay Gates. Zay Gates just went flying.
And what a suicida by Zay Gates. And what could he be thinking here?
I think he's going to fly one more time. I think he sees Tim Jackson. He's like, I'm going to go.
No.
Tim Jackson
completely cuts him off there, cuts him into the post. And the real deal, Billy Palmer, looking on as his superstar is getting manhandled in a way by Too Loud.
Oh, Jordan James just tried to hold on to him like a super mech and just gets tossed.
And if he didn't have a shirt on, 9 times out of 10, I guarantee you he would have WCWO painted on his backside there.
You sound like you're speaking from experience.
Hey, I don't want to talk about it, but it's August Anarchy. That's all I'm going to say. And Too Loud Timmy Jackson has got our tag team champion. Up and down he goes.
See, this is the thing, though, is that Tim Jackson is able to pull out all of these impressive moves that Andre can too. So Tim Jackson is the one person in this match here that is arguably a second anchor, right? Where Kenneth James is normally supported by Jordan James, where Zay and David Light both have to find their own momentum. Tim Jackson is definitely the one person here doing the big damage.
And down he goes off a missile drop kick from Zay Gates.
All 3 competitors are on the ground from Zay's move, but Tim looks like he might be the first on his feet here. Zay's going to meet him, and Jordan is going to
I can't believe Zay Gates is trying to shoot off that big man like that, like a fly.
He's trying to send Tim on the run, but Tim don't like to run. Zay Gates just stepping over him.
Zay Gates.
Showing Tim Jackson what a stepping stone he is.
I can't argue with him on that.
He
did. It looks. He can't be. There's no way. Is he going to do what I think he's going to do here?
He said if you're going to step, it better be a step 1, 2, 3.
And Too Loud's got the 2 big dance party going on in the Outlaw Arena here tonight. And Zay Gates is not having it.
If you're going to step over me, it better be a step to the left, a step to the right, a step forward,
Wait a minute.
a step back.
Zay Gates is in it.
Oh my God.
He changed his mind.
If he can get Phoenix to dance, he can get anybody to dance.
You do got a point there.
The moves?
Here comes Jordan James.
The moves?
What is that he got in his hand? Is that a cookie sheet? Oh! Over the back of Too Loud Timmy Jackson, and the dance party is over.
Oh. Zay Gates just slipped under. He's like, I'm smart.
Oh, right over the cranium
and
of Zay Gates.
All of those brain cells that Zay Gates just bragged about just boom, flush down the toilet.
And the real deal, Billy Palmer, up on the apron arguing with Jordan James.
Baked by the cookie sheet.
And what is this? Skull Crusher. And the 2 managers are going at it. Oh, no, I don't think Billy Palmer likes that.
See, now all we need is Wiley to get out there, too, and we got a match.
Well, he's got it. Right hand across the face of Skull Crusher.
Man, I can't believe that just happened. You think Skull Crusher's just going to let that be? You think Jordan James is going to let that be?
I don't know.
That's 1/3 of the tag team champions.
This is a daily reminder that the real deal, Billy Palmer, is the real deal.
Kicks. Those precision kicks from Zay Gates put him down. Tim Jackson, the power.
It's an Irish whip here. Zay Gates out the back.
Oh,
a knee right to the face.
the ability to just jump up and put your knee in some dude's face is like a superpower.
And what is Zay Gates thinking here?
He's thinking he's gonna ride Tim Jackson. He's gonna turn him into a pony
Got
yet.
him in this electric chair, and down goes the big champ.
Man, we should write WCWO on the mat so we can imprint it on people's back there too.
You got a point. You got a point. James Gang, one half of the James Gang has to tell you, Jordan James breaking up the pin here. Too Loud was 1 second away from taking home this main event victory.
Dropping all these double axe handles here, these elbows, and he still can't keep Tim Jackson off of his feet. When Tim Jackson is ready to get up, he will just not let it happen.
And Tim Jackson with his own right hand, and Skull Crusher here is trying to speak some wisdom, confidence into his champion.
Hey, he had Jordan James on the rope. Maybe if he was smart enough and flexible enough, he could have hit that 619.
That's my 619. I don't think anybody else is talented enough. But what is this? The conniving one, James.
Yo, the second half of the second third rather.
Of the James Gang. But what you were saying was the other half of our WCWO tag team champions, and the conniving one coming up with a plan here to assist his tag team partner to get this victory here tonight.
See, everything's allowed here. It's a triple threat match.
Got a point.
The only thing I'm surprised about is that Kenneth James was able to find himself here. Because where is Andre at? They were just fighting it out a second ago.
And here comes Zay, swinging that cookie sheet over everybody's head. And that's going to do it here tonight.
Hey, Zay took out both members of the James Gang, sticks out his tongue at both of them. I mean, Zay was the protector of the tag team titles. He protected the James Gang from Tim Jackson just a few weeks ago. So maybe they thought they were in the clear. But hey, there's no one bigger than the big man, and he won't let anybody outshine him.
The big champ is what you're looking for. But speaking of Andre Stray, there he is, and he's sizing up Zay Gates, and what a shot to the belly.
Hey, yo, big champ. That's what we're waiting to see.
And Andre Stray is not gonna have it. James Gang.
Oh yeah.
And here he goes.
Right here.
He's teeing off on the James Gang, and he's picking up that cookie sheet over the cranium once again over the head of Jordan James.
Is it going to be over the head of Tim Jackson too? No.
No, I don't think that dog, or whatever he is, that mutt, if you will.
All right. James Gang looking like they're just going to take the worst of it here.
Double spine buster to the James Gang. And the Too Loud Strays sending a statement to the WCWO that they want a shot at the tag titles.
No, maybe just more than a shot. They're like, oh yeah, give me those titles. They're gonna aim down the last third of the James Gang.
Spiky bat Skull Crusher's got looks awfully familiar. But wait a minute, Andre's got his hands on Skull Crusher.
And look, we can see the perspective of Zay Gates and his partner here. They're just gonna let Skull Crusher take the worst of it.
And look at this. We got the Loud Strays holding up the 1.5 of the tag titles. Will this be the future of the WCWO? The new tag team champions. Is that something we will be saying here in the Outlaw Arena and with weeks to come? And Billy Palmer.
I think we have so many people in the ring right here who are in contention for this tag team title. The only issue that I have is that even though Zay Gates won the match, I bet you dollars to donuts his partner didn't know that he was going to be out here strutting his stuff, because David Light didn't show up.
David Light was not here tonight.
At the end of the day, Zay Gates took lots of damage that might have been used to earn both of them a title opportunity, a title shot, right? But he decides to use his opportunity to make himself look good. And in turn, maybe that might not be good for both of them in the long run. I mean, you got to make sacrifices to be a good tag team title holder. And that's what these two know right here. Andre, even though he walked out, he always comes back for Tim Jackson. Came back last week, came back this week, won't let Tim Jackson stay alone. Won't let the James Gang bully him. Won't let Tim Jackson be bullied out of all of his dance parties or anything else like that. You got a pair of dogs right here. Dogs stick together. They have a pack.
Not just any dogs. They're Loud Strays is what they go by here in the Outlaw Arena. And like I said, could this be the near future of the WCWO? Could the Loud Strays be our future tag team champions? The future.
I mean, I got my bet on it personally. I think I got my bets on some Loud Strays. But I will say James Gang right here.
Skull Crusher walking out on his tag team. What is this?
I was about to say James Gang normally are so put together that you can't do anything about it. Normally have the numbers advantage, but
and Jordan James letting it be known how he feels here tonight after that loss. Wait a minute, it's Reggie Edwards.
Oh,
that's where Skull Crusher went. He went to go grab our manager.
That's where Reggie went. That's whose spot you're sitting in.
And Jordan James chopping it up with Reggie. He's letting it be known he is not happy here. Reggie's being the ear he could talk to.
Or is this Reggie? Reggie denied that it was him earlier this week.
Gabrielle Rosewood. Let's see what she has to say.
This is Reggie's other leaf. Everyone's surrounding Gabby the way that they surrounded Joey previously. James Gang always not used to not getting their way.
You know, I don't blame him for being mad. I really don't.
I mean, in and out of the ring, this is the James Gang tactic. You surround, you pick apart, you separate, and you intimidate.
Jordan James.
Isn't the whole point of defending the title that it doesn't get taken from you? Isn't that kind of how it works?
I don't think it's fair. I don't know why Too Loud Timmy Jackson and Andre Stray walked away with a title that does not belong to them. They didn't pin anyone from the James Gang for him. I don't know why that's stolen property if we're being technical here.
Right.
And somebody needs to do something about it.
So you're telling me that the James Gang pinned their last opponents to retain their titles? You're telling me that the James Gang, when they went up against Ruthless Domination and they took the 10 count, them retaining the titles there is fine and dandy. But when someone beats them up and takes their titles, and you know maybe they don't win a match, but they definitely win a fight. And walk out with the titles. That's not okay.
All I'm saying is,
as long as it's official.
Somebody needs to get the other tag title away from one of the from the Two Loud Strays, whatever they go by.
Yeah, all of a sudden, you went from defending them to, getting angry all of a sudden. Seems like there's a little bit of.
I had to think about it for a minute. That's illegal. It's stolen property.
You know what? I'll let you have that point. But you know what? I gotta say, thank you for joining me on commentary tonight.
I might need to come back again sometime.
Yeah, we had plenty of flavors here tonight. But between Reggie, Juan Sanchez, Wiley,
I'm out of here. Bye.
Let Gabby here take us out of it. This has been Jackie, and we'll have Ronan back here eventually. But thank you for coming to WCWO, the Wild Championship Outlaw Arena. It's going to be just, it's always a great time, and we're always so appreciative of it. So we'll see you again next week, next Friday, for some more hot